Hello my boys, good morning. I want to talk a little about the gauntlet that will start in a couple of hours. I will give you some tips and tricks that will allow you to stay alive longer. So the gauntlet happens in hardcore, so if you die you lose your character. It's solo self-found, so you cannot do trades, but it's harder than this because we have specific area modifiers in the campaign that are very deadly. Also some extra boss mechanics, so the bosses that you know in the campaign now will do extra abilities, will have extra abilities which can suck. Yeah. So let's get started. Let's start with tip number 1, especially if you don't usually play hardcore, you don't familiar with the gauntlet. Now, if you suck at the game, you should farm Hillock multiple times because he drops items, yeah? You farm him multiple times, you get a full set of item, then you can go to the coast and mud flats because a lot of people will quit in the first areas, that's the reality. So let me see, here I'm on a private league that emulates the gauntlet modifiers, you know, Shooby-Doo-Ass league. So let me do it fast here. Shooby, Skippy, Ribby, do. Create here a character. Okay, now we go to Hillock here and we want to kill him and we take all the items there and we create a new one. That's how it goes. You see, this emulates the gauntlet modifiers. The gauntlets will start in a couple of hours, but I'm still testing here. This one, Monster Fire to additional projectile, is very deadly. I mean, the modifiers are shit, even in Act 1. That's why a lot of people will die. Especially the coast, the first area, you should avoid the cannibals and the rest. You skip that area because those cannibals will shoot multiple projectiles, also with penetration. Yeah, it's a deadly area. You should skip those monsters and you will level up in somewhere else, like in the mud flats. Okay, you kill him. I mean, if you want to kill Hillock, you should try a range class. I mean, it's easier than melee. Now you pick up everything, including, look, you pick everything, and before going into the next area, you keep repeating Hillock multiple times. Now, especially I'm doing a build here, which I need to mule some gems, and you know, muling gems cost Scroll of Wisdom, so why not? So look what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna put 3 Scroll of Wisdoms here. You create a new character to get extra, and you put all the items in the top here, like this. Then let's put this also. Don't forget to put this also. Then you go to character selection, you delete it, so you get a new Scroll of Wisdoms. I mean, if you need Scroll of Wisdoms, and now you create a new one.
Swift and silent, you stole
Skippy-Doo. So you go again to Hillock, you kill him, you pick the items, you repeat. You can repeat as many times as you want until you get decent items. I mean, this can help you. Even armor items will help you with mitigating damage in the coast area and mud flats. I mean, the Roas do a lot of damage, but if you have armor pieces, they will do reduced damage. So they will help you. Whoop. 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 Whoop.
I'm still breathing.
Look,
That's
a rare bow here. You can even drop uniques, by the way. You can even drop uniques. Let's see what I got here. Good. It's a good bow. When I decide to move further, I will have a good bow. This is also rare. Yeah. So again, you go here, you move everything in a tab, and you keep repeating this thing until you feel comfortable to proceed to the next area. I mean, some people will not like to do this, but you know, we have a lot of Saki boys. They will get some rings, early amulets, you know. Solo self-found, you cannot do trades, by the way, yeah? Let's put it here, also some extra scrolls. It's just too good, you keep repeating this. Okay, my boys, now here it's another big tip. In all these towns, from all the acts, Act 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 10, you will find a special NPC that you can gamble items. Each one will have one. Here, for example, in Act 1 is Bestel, and you will gamble for items. And let's say you want to engage with the final boss, but you're missing an item slot, maybe you're missing a ring or something, and you want to upgrade, or maybe, let's put it otherwise, you have it white and you want to get it rare, or let's say you need sockets. Because if you gamble them in Act 3 and 4, you're inclined to get 4 sockets, and you can even get deterministic colors. Let's say you need 2 green, 2 red in Act 4 or Act 3. You'll buy random armor and evasion, you know, helmet, glove, boots, etc. because this is inclined to give you 4 sockets. Or body armor, it's even better. But this is for Act 3 and 4. So you can get linked sockets easier if you gamble. So don't be afraid to gamble. You watch here your gold. So let's hear an example. For example, I don't have a bow, I see. Take it. You put it. I mean, you can gamble multiple times. I don't have a quiver. Take it. You put it. So you can get your missing pieces from gambling. Look, this one is rare. It's great for everyone. I put it here, you see? Okay, I don't have gloves. Yeah, you can also see what do you want. Armor and evasion gloves. We take it. Good. The gambling will get better and better as you progress to the acts, but you know, use gambling because it's very useful, especially for getting your links. In Act 3 and 4, you need the linked items, you gamble them, they are inclined to give them linked. Yeah, so this is a tip that I get, and you can also focus. I mean, if you get evasion and energy shield, this is inclined to give you green and blue sockets. So this is a big tip that you can do. You can control what kind of bases you get for the color sockets. It's very useful for the gauntlet. Now let's move on. My boys, here it's another big tip that I can give you. By default, when you create a new character, you'll have attack only on left click. You know, attack, and this can get you killed so easy, man. What you need to do, you put your special abilities on another button, like right click here, and here you always want to put move only in the gauntlet, because when you move around there is the enemy, you can accidentally trigger the attack only, and this can get you killed. Many times will get you killed, so remember to put move only. Actually, my boys, I have in the PoB some tips and tricks that I can read. Yeah, 1 second. So here is the build that I will do in the gauntlet, and here is the PoB. Very sexy, very nice. You have here the progression. You can also see me on Twitch because I will stream my progression. Yeah. So here I have some tips and tricks for Act 1, but some of them apply to all the acts. So I said move only instead of default attack, you put on left click. Here is a very important one. Do not engage with the mercenaries in the first acts. They are very deadly. The only mercenary that is fairly easy is the striker. So yeah, it's very important. Because we have the area modifiers for the gauntlet, the mercenaries will whoop your ass. Yeah. So stay away from the mercenary, you will lose your progress. They are extremely deadly. Maybe in Act 2 you will start interacting with the striker because he is very slow, he lacks area of attack attacks. Plus it's a good mercenary to hire. He has a good auras, he gives you endurance charges many times, has enduring cry. You know, has decoy totems that can help you, so it's very useful. Keep in mind this thing. For the unique bosses you will need to over level, especially the final act bosses. True. So these bosses will have extra mechanics, they are very deadly. I mean, you will need to have more levels than normal. I mean, if the area level is 30 and you're doing an act boss, you should be level 33, 35. Yeah, so take it slow in the gauntlet because it's hard as fuck. You'll notice on the first area. Many players, the moment they will reach the coast, they will die. They will delete the character and will quit the event in Act 1. Yeah, here this is specific to the build that I'm playing, don't worry about this line. For Marvel Act 1 boss, use at least one Sapphire ring, gives cold resistance. I mean, you check your resistances, you might have some cold resistance from the skill tree or from the other items. You should be close to cap, 70 or 75%. She does shit ton of damage, Marvel, and we have penetration. So maybe 2 Sapphire rings, you will check your resistance for the cold. If it's necessary, you'll use 2 Sapphire rings. You can buy it in from the town vendor. I mean, she sells Sapphire ring, you can also gamble, you can also find on the ground. But check your cold resistance before you engage Mervel in Act 1. I mean, look, I even wrote here. When things get deadly, press escape. Yeah, okay, I need to demonstrate this one actually. So this is in the private league that emulates the gauntlet, and I did it on stream yesterday. I reached level 42. It's still alive, the character, but you know, I want to show you something very sexy here. So here I transition to Explosive Arrow Ballista, which will be my build for the gauntlet. This is not your typical Explosive Arrow Ballista, by the way. I do things my own way in this game. Good. What I want to say here. Oh. Here, let's say things get deadly. You get surrounded by a lot of monster packs, which will happen quite a lot, by the way. You want to put always exit login screen. Now, why is this? If you put exit to character selection screen, it's not instant. You still have like a couple of seconds when you still get attacked. So let's get you get a bigger chunk of damage. You have like 2 life. If you put exit to character selection, you will lose your character because it's not instant. Let me demonstrate. You see? You have a couple of milliseconds when you're still in game. And let's say I had 2 life and there are enemies everywhere, I would die. So in this event, how you will do it? We log in again. Instead of putting exit to... Look here. Let's go back. I need to demonstrate, that's why. If you see it, it's better. So let's say I'm surrounded by monsters. Instead of putting exit to character selection, you will put exit to login screen. This will directly end the game session. Like this. No more waiting. Yeah, so that's how you need to do. You put exit to game. This I wanted to tell you. It's a lifesaver that you know it. Where the fuck is the PoB? I said when things get deadly, press escape, hit to login screen. This will instantly close the game, blah blah. Always use your decoy totem. Once you switch to Explosive Arrow Ballista Act 3, you can drop the decoy. No. So okay, so decoy totem for the first act. I don't know what build you're playing. So remember in the first act you use decoy totem. This is a lifesaver, especially for Act 1. Let me demonstrate. So here I have a character that I used to mule some gems. Let me show you what the decoy totem does. Do I have here something? I have my... Wait, I'll go in a lower area because I muled already my items. Don't want to die. Let's go to the climb. Decoy totem, it's a lifesaver. You get it at level 4. If you don't get it, you can buy it at level 4. I think Witch doesn't have access to decoy totem. So now all the enemies will attack the decoy totem. And you have time to kill them. Okay, put decoy totem, they attack the totem, and you can kill them. They are focused with the totem. This is a big lifesaver in the gauntlet. Yeah? So if you want to complete Act 1, you really need decoy totem. Okay. So again, I think Witch, for example, doesn't have access to decoy totem, but you can mule it for other character. You create another character at level 4, you buy decoy totem, or you get it as a quest reward, and no problem. You go back on your Witch. Okay. They are busy with the totem. That's how you do it. Because they are deadly in the gauntlet. Big lifesaver here, decoy totem. Okay, let's go back. Let me see, something else that I explained. These are the most impactful tips that I can give you to stay alive. Yeah, these were all the impactful tips. So again, for the gauntlet, I will do explosive arrow ballista, which... so this is a specific setup that I always do in these GGG events. This is not your typical explosive arrow ballista. Yeah, I'm focusing on direct damage, and man, this setup is just great. Here you can see my progression from the last gauntlet. You know, I made the daily summaries of my progress. Good. Let me show you gameplay if you want to see it. And keep in mind, here I don't have the ascendancy. In the event, we'll have the legacy of Prisha ascendancies, which will make us stronger. Here I didn't took the lab, so I'm without an ascendancy. But no problem, I'm still kicking ass. Let's see. You need to be careful because it's the gauntlet, but it's fairly tanky, this character. Okay, I'm doing gameplay here so you can see it. No problem. Damage is not a problem, by the way, at this stage.
I cannot do this yet.
And only get better and better. So we will have 7 totems in the gauntlet, not 4. In Act 6, you'll have 7 totems. Plus, I will stream so you can see my progression. Do not engage with the mercenaries. They shoot additional projectile with penetration. I mean, they are deadly. You can... You only check if you see Striker. If the mercenary says Striker, you will do it. Because that guy is slow as fuck and he sucks. Remember, if things get heated, you put exit to login screen. Oh. You see, they shoot additional projectile. Man, you need a tanky build for this. I mean, you can get one-shotted when you least expect. Yeah, good times. If you don't get one-shotted, they are good times. I mean, hop. Hop. Well, my boys, I don't want to bore you. You got bored? Let me kill the rares. Yeah, it will get boring. I mean, you can see me on stream when I do it. Progression, I will stop at level 95. I need to stress that the gauntlet, it's hard. So I've seen a lot of new players that say, man, I will do that, I will do this. No, man, gauntlet is 4 times harder than hardcore. You know, they practice in normal leagues without the additional modifiers. You need to understand, it's much more harder in this event, and yeah. So take it slow. The campaign, I mean, it should take you 2-3 days if you're a casual player, yeah? And take it slow, play it careful, and use the tips that I shared here. Man, I talk a lot, you know me? I'll go finish my coffee on the balcony. Enjoy the rest of the day. Good luck.